Boomhauer69 here, and today Boomhauer is going to do a video about, just a little short video about a vintage fishing item. This was back in the day made in Troy, Michigan in the United States for the Kmart department store. We all know Kmart was that big failed department store and stuff, but it's called a Sportfisher vintage fishing pole. This is a small fishing pole. I don't know exactly what year this would have been made. I imagine, judging by the way it looks, all I found is a manufacturing and then a serial number, which has at the end 79. So I imagine this was probably made sometime in the 70s and 80s maybe. But it's called the Sportfisher 201S. Right there, I imagine you can look that up right there. I don't know if you can see that very good, but yeah, this is just a basic little fishing pole I got a long time ago, and I use this a lot in my kayak because it's so small. Because I just have those basic kayaks that that you see everywhere. I don't have any of those fancy fishing kayaks, just a basic kayak, and I use this little fishing pole a lot for fishing. And then also when I got my green hiking backpack that I always have when I'm out hiking in videos. You've seen me in videos before. You watch some of those videos in the nature trail videos. I have my green backpack on me. This is a lot of times what I'll carry on there so I can catch fish if I want to eat fish or something, and stuff. And I think it's important to have, if you're out hiking somewhere and you're going to be near water with fish, to have some sort of way to catch fish. Now, you don't necessarily got to have a rod and reel like this to catch fish. All you need is fishing line and some hooks, or even just some sort of rope or string and some hooks and some bait. You can dig in the dirt and find worms and some sort of bait and catch fish that way. But I've always just liked having a small little fishing pole to catch them in a survival situation for catching fish. I just like having this small. And this is just a vintage one that one time I got. I can't remember where I got it at. And then I just thought, hey, this would be good for my little survival pack when I was building it and stuff. I know they make funny little like miniature automatic reels and a bunch of little fishing gadgets to help catch fish easier in a survival situation, but this is what I usually bring, and then a small little thing with some fishing tackle stuff in it, like extra hooks and bobbers and burrs and some extra string and stuff. But yeah, but this is what I mainly carry with me in the pack because it's so small. Now this is obviously not made no more. It's an old vintage, probably from the 70s or 80s, judging by the color and the way it's made and stuff. But you can still get these about these size. They make these in like kid sizes. You could get a kiddie one. I seen they make now at my one department store I shop at called Myers. I noticed they have poles like these for little kids that are like kind of funny green camo, so you could easily get one of those. And I think they still sell those collapsible, what they used to call pocket fishing poles. And then also, they make ice fishing poles as well, so you could easily buy a little ice fishing pole and stick it in your pack. But I thought I'd just show off this kind of vintage, item for people who like to look at old vintage stuff, like fishing poles and what have. And then also to give people who are planning on building them a survival pack kind of a rough idea of what they would use. Right now I just got a washer on it, so not a hook on it yet, I just did that so I wouldn't lose the end of the line there and stuff, so I can take this off and slap a hook on it and stuff. But yeah, it's just an old basic, but this is just to give people kind of a basic idea of what of something, give people a basic idea out there that are planning on building their own hiking camping pack, an idea of what they could add into a kit, because usually I don't live too far from the Grand River in my state, so I'm in walking distance of a river where in a survival situation, if I needed fish, I could grab this up or my other fishing poles, because I do have regular long normal size fishing poles, and I can hurry up and go out in the river and cast and catch me some fish, because you can get worms anywhere. I use just live worms. I've also used those fake little rubbery worms. I'm not, when it comes to fishing gear myself, I don't go out and buy all these fancy little lures and all this colorful stuff. I'm just a simpleton when it comes to fishing. I'm just a simple, go to the store, buy some what they call wax worms, your basic live bait worms, or go out and dig up my own worms. I've done that a lot, and I do that too. I plan on doing that this season to cut down on, instead of buying live bait, just dig up my own worms. And I'm just a basic rod and reel guy. I don't spend all kinds of fancy money on fancy fishing tackle and stuff. I'm just the guy that just uses the basic old hook and worm and the basic stuff. I don't get too fancy and all those fancy lures and all that stuff. Granted, some of that stuff I know does help you catch the big wall mounters, as they call it. But I'm just me, I've always been just the average guy. But yeah, I just wanted to make this short kind of little video to show what I carry in my hiking pack or use in my kayak. I really like the color of this. When I got this, I thought, man, I like that green, because green is my favorite color, and I like the vintage. It had that vintage feel to it, and I thought, man, this would be perfect for kayaking, because at the time I was doing some kayak fishing, and I thought this would be perfect. And yeah, I have used this, for fishing now. In the past, I've done a lot of catch and release, because I caught just those little small bluegills, the small fish, nothing big or nothing that you can keep. You just gotta unhook and throw back, But yeah, definitely. So yeah, if you're somebody out there, you're thinking about building a hiking backpack, and you stumble upon this video and you're thinking about fishing gear, I would highly think about, getting a small fishing pole, whether it's a ice fishing pole or a small children's size fishing pole. Get you something like that to look around. Just to me, it just makes it so much easier to catch fish than trying to just hold up instead of trying to just rig something up with a stick or something, and fishing line. Granted, you can, with a fishing line, obviously a stick and some fishing line do make a homemade fishing pole, but to me, getting something like this size, a little fishing rod and reel, makes, to me, things a lot easier when you're out hiking and you gotta fish for food, and you're near some water and stuff. But yeah, if you like this sort of content, feel free to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to the channel, because you're going to help me out a lot. And comment down below your thoughts on kind of fishing gear and what you use, or what kind of gear you like to bring in a hiking pack or whatever. You never know, it might give me some ideas to add to my hiking pack or stuff. But yeah. But thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this kind of short video here, and hope you enjoyed this little short video. And again, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. I'm still learning about what to really film and what to talk about and different things, because I'm new to the whole YouTube thing. And hope you all have a good day, and thank you for subscribing and watching my channel. Have a good day.